Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna see the daily close for Bitcoin today. So we got, of course, our potential scenario here where we were talking about something as a leading diagonal. We mentioned in the intraday that if we break this level, taken from the highs here based on the lows, this is the last chance for Bitcoin, of course, to push for higher. And we saw after it, the price has started to range above exactly this trend here. Now we see somehow kind of a 5 waves again. Potentially, of course, we might see a push toward the upside. That is a good signal. But of course, we would like to see the wave 2 and then breaking the high to confirm it, right? 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and then continuation. So if this happens, of course, it might be a scenario, of course, to push for higher there. But basically, yeah, I mean, the market is still, of course, a little bit like hesitant and not very confident to push really for higher. And then we see, of course, this is very clear from the diagonal that we are looking at. But if this is going to unfold and continue for higher, that might be a very nice indication, of course, that we might shift a little bit for higher here and to see a little bit some recovery for the crypto market. Because of course we saw a lot of blood, especially for the altcoins lately, and of course that because Bitcoin already is influencing the whole crypto market, that is for sure, no doubt with it. But I think if Bitcoin changed the psychology a little bit here, I'm not saying that we're going like for a bull run directly here and that we are looking for new all-time highs, but what I'm saying is changing a little bit the psychology to something as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, like diagonal, and not keeping the crypto market very aggressive because that might harm the whole crypto market. I believe, as you can see for the altcoins, they are all drained and they still, of course, somehow facing a lot of pressure. For the KGT as well on Bitcoin here, on the 3-minute chart, we still see, of course, pressure of selling coming in. We saw, of course, this drop down, and we start, of course, here to see some potential reversal, but still, I mean, there is a convergence there for the bearish, and still showing a very significant, I would say, significant pressure for selling. And on the 1-minute chart, we don't see any kind of divergence, so which is of course a little bit problematic, meaning divergence for between the signals and the price action. Sorry, so the price action is still, of course, not showing a lot of strength, but of course we would like to see something as divergence, to see some push toward the upside here, like very massive. On a larger time frame also, we still, of course, have some signals there, but again, no divergence, more pressure are coming in on the 5-minute chart here. Hopefully, of course, that it shows a little bit of recover, because of course the crypto market is still needed. I mean, the altcoins are really drained, guys, and that is not a good thing that it happens. So preferably for me, I prefer, of course, to see a diagonal, but it's not what I prefer or what I like to see here. We need some indications. So target is still, of course, required first for this potential wave 5 there, in case we are in a diagonal. And then, of course, in case we push for ABC here, potential, it's gonna make another diagonal there, finished wave 5, and then wave 2, and then probably pushing for a wave C, which it might, of course, unfold an A, B, and a C here for a diagonal toward the downside as a bear market. So that would be, of course, I think a better or healthier way to reach, of course, lower prices rather than draining the whole market. Because I'm still looking, of course, for the same target for Bitcoin around the 68K. But I'm imagining, like, if right now Bitcoin is over there and still dropping toward the downside, what's gonna be for the alts? Yeah, they are almost very close to zero, guys. So yeah, these are the possibility right now for Bitcoin. We're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen. So far, the things are still in range. We are still, the bulls are still a little bit in control here. Not everything is like dropping down still. But if we break this level that we just saw on the lower time frame, I would say it's done. Yeah, so it can be, of course, the last possibility for wave 2 here, meaning ABC somehow. And then testing again a potential double 1-2s here. But we'll see, of course, preferably maybe to continue simply as a leading diagonal here, wave 5. All right, guys, so that was it for Bitcoin for the daily close. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.